Okay, here's a tour of the inside of my 21-foot Tundra. I'm going to start at the back. Hopefully it won't make you dizzy. Walk back here. There's the 15-horse kicker. I still have it covered up for the winter. Put a light heat lamp underneath it so that if we want to fish when it's cold, we can at a minute's notice. Don't have to winterize it. Trollmaster Pro controller. It controls the throttle on the 15-horse kicker. There's the up and down trim for the kicker motor. So it's power, trim, and tilt. Open the back compartment. Here's the two batteries. Got all the electronics hooked up, all the lights, all the auxiliary, the Trollmaster, all that, the radio, the stereo are all hooked up into those two batteries. On the other side, if we go over here, we have the oil reservoir. I just filled it. And then the 6-gallon tank for the auxiliary for the kicker motor. So that's the 4-stroke. Over here is a small bait well that's filled with the Livewell. It has a recirculating pump on it. This is the Livewell, one side, and here's the other side. There's two compartments right there, dividers that you can put in there so you can separate the fish into 3 different sections if you want. Storage on both sides. There's my inline weight box, some spread leaders, all my inline boards, leaders, all go in there. The stern light is in there. Right there, you can see it. Rod holders are in there. On the other side, we open this up. I have my fire extinguisher in there, bottom bouncers, a couple extra rods. This storage goes clear up into the console. So you could put rods in there if you wanted, but I never had to do it. So there's the rod holder bases for the sides. There's the 3 in the back. Okay, if we turn around here, the batteries for the trolling motor are in the floor. 2 of them are right there between the consoles, and the other one is underneath the rod rack. So you have to unload all the rods to get to those batteries, which is no big deal. 6 rods on top, 20 some on the bottom. I had 32 rods in there at once, so more than you'll ever need. Underneath the driver's console is the marine radio and the AM/FM stereo that I took out of my son's truck. It was a custom stereo. This right here is an auxiliary speaker for the marine radio. When you're listening on the radio down there, that speaker, you can't hear it very well. So I put an auxiliary speaker in. Right here is the Livewell open close valve. There's the electronics mounts. I've taken them off and I have them in the house. Okay, the control panel, probably can't read that, but we've got Livewell fill manual, Livewell recirculate pumps, bait well fill manual, which is up front, Livewell oxygenator, rear bait well oxygenator, and the front bait well. Okay, then you've got the anchor lights, the interior lights, the bilge, manual bilge, interior lights, which there's lights underneath the floor, and then an auxiliary port and the horn. Okay, SmartCraft gauges. Moving over to the passenger, here's the 2 glove boxes. This is an actual glove box. Underneath is an insulated cooler, but when I was looking at these boats, guys put pop in them and ice and the bottoms fell out of them, so I just used it for storage, tools, headlamps for night fishing. There's the iPilot controller, suntan lotion in there. There's my scales so we can measure walleyes. There's probably toilet paper in there. Heat packs for winter fishing. Okay, close this down. Moving up front, we have 4 storage compartments. Okay, this one, there's an extra gallon of oil. I've got 3 more, I think, plus that one. You leave this one empty usually and put people's lunches and their extra rain gear, coats, whatever they want in it. The one on the other side is exactly the same. Oops, I dropped it. Okay, it's exactly the same, and it holds all those boxes right there, except for the red one on top. But all those 3,700 bait boxes with all my cranks in it, and they're in my boat all the time. So I've got a lot of cranks. There's my rod collection, most of it, and those were all in the boat at one time. So quite a bit of storage, rod storage. 190 reef runners in that box right there, and that fits in a separate storage compartment up front. Okay, and here's the storage compartment up front. There's the foot control for the iPilot Link. I got 2 anchors in there. My drift socks are in there. There's a brush. That's about it that's in there. I put life jackets in there too. On the other side, same thing. There's the mooring lines. Those will be included with the boat. I've got some dock fenders in there that'll be included. Back behind here, I've got 2 big toolboxes, so you can see how far that goes back. That goes clear back in there. So there's gobs and gobs of storage in this boat. It's unbelievable. Then we got the bow mount up front. There's a ram holder for electronics if you want to put it up front. I never did that, but that's optional. So there's a quick tour of the Tracker 21-foot Tundra Walleye Tournament Edition.